How's your relationship with the coaching staff? Are the rumors of friction accurate?
Friction? Look, there's no friction here. I don't know where you're getting your information, but I've got a great relationship with the coaching staff here. A lot of respect for Coach, too. Anything else you think you're hearing is 100% false.
What are your thoughts on practice?
Oh, you won't get better if you don't work on your game. Practice is a place where you can hone your craft, develop good habits, turn a weakness into a strength, make yourself great. It's the ultimate tool. Listen, I could go on, but I think you get the idea.
I saw your longtime girlfriend, Yvette Mendenhall, was in attendance at the game today. So when are you gonna get her a ring?
Whoa. All right, I didn't know we were gonna get all personal up in here tonight. If there's anything I learned after my first season in the NBA, is that it's best to keep my personal life private. So that's what I'm gonna do. Me and Yvette are happy, just like we've always been. She means the world to me, and that's all I'm gonna say. All right, I'm out.
All right, y'all.
The Sports Pregame Show.
I'm Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny the Jet Smith, and rocking right along, and we're loving every minute of it. The Chicago Bulls up against the Orlando Magic. Well, they split the season against these guys last season apiece. Should be a good one tonight. And the clock ticking down to tip off. Kenny, you won 2 championships, might I remind you, back to back. Makeup of a champion.
Well,
and not the makeup you're wearing right now.
I never.
But the makeup of a championship team.
However, in your teammates, trust is the most important thing. And most people think trust comes from on the offensive end, but it's trust on the defensive end. Meaning, Ernie, if I'm going to send you baseline, I said that's the game plan. I have to trust that my teammate's going to be there. And I'm going to do it regardless if he misses his assignment 1 or 2 times. That's the trust you have to have.
Ernie, you know why I like drinking Shaq Fu Punch?
Why?
Because it's about finding the right mix. So in basketball terms, it's about coaches, star role players. Everything has to be working together. That's why these guys can be great.
I can't believe that you just promoted one of your products into discussion of what it takes to become a champion in the NBA.
Really promoting. I was just giving you a Shaqnology.
That's his 12th promotion. I'm going to start promoting things.
I'm not promoting the Shaqnologies. You know what? I won't say nothing else about myself or any product I'm endorsing. Man up, you two.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
The Bulls got it live for you right here from Chicago. All set to bring you NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, Clark, Morris Burke. Of course, Taj Gibson. They're struggling with it.
Well, Kevin, no question it's a deal to make because you can sometimes your fans when you, I mean, trading one of the most popular players, always high risk, no matter what you get.
Yeah, but it's a trade. I'm sure a lot of fans will. Clearly a bold move, but as a GM, these are the things that are supposed to kind of bring scrutiny, and you just have to wait and see how this plays out. To focus on the big picture for your organization moving forward.
A look at the Magic starting group. Oladipo, Gordon and Vucevic together in the post, and it's Payton in at the point. He dishes it. That's in, coming from Payton. First basket of the night. Outside, Noah kicks to Dunleavy. Side, defended by Gordon. Gasol gets it to go. On defense, Chicago, defeated by the Hornets in their last game. Try to put that one behind.
Use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry that they put forth on the defense.
Oh, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg. You're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on or late on their rotation. They paid.
And Rose wide open. He shoots. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Kicks to Vucevic. Dishes it to Oladipo. Gordon goes in. Rejects Gasol. And here's Rose. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte.
For his ability to pass the ball. Always just a man between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
And that is good.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. Pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Rose. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. The Magic shooting the ball so far. A wide open look here for Oladipo. That three off the mark. And even 3-on-3 break. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. The head coach most like to see from his team today, and he told me we've really all under wraps. He went on to explain can take over game efficiency on the offensive end. And to their win will be getting a hand in his face every time. Guys?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here's Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Oladipo, the pass to Vucevic. Oladipo kicks. Free throws of the evening.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Okay, gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
The first free throw is good. Some changes for Chicago. And it's Bellinelli in for Mike Dunleavy. Stripe. For Chicago, 4 of 6 goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Gasol, a screen on Harris. Bellinelli dishes to Gasol's got 8 points. Orlando trailing here. There's the pick. Payton drives in. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Bellinelli pulls it in.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
They get it back and finished off by Gasol.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up Greg with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
That one, easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over in that particular play.
3-on-3. Payton with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. Payton passes. No good off the front iron.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it. Get the ball inside.
Gasol, a screen on Payton. Rose goes in. The shot, no good. And Orlando the other way now. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Here's Payton following the score by Derrick Rose. Payton kicks to Gordon. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Outside Gasol. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Nice open look, but it's no good. Down low. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Shaped and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
You got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him.
Harris against Butler. Harris with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers.
And he also chipped in with a in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Got it! Got it! What a shot!
3 points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to.
And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls. I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago was great. He clearly gave it a lot of thought, and it's hard to imagine him having made a better.
You know, I agree. Not only is he happy, but so are his teammates. Ask Rose and Noah. Those guys love playing with him, and you can see how change of scenery rejuvenated the big Spaniard, too.
The second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Almost like a volleyball game when you how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? Side out for them the way they've swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah, or handball.
Like or handball.
Yeah, either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
And now I got the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Orlando, we've got Hezonja. Watson out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Vucevic, and it's James in at the force line, and it's the Bulls with the ball, following the three-pointer by Orlando. It's good from the great one.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And the pass to Fournier. They set the screen. Here's Hezonja. Orlando gets it back. Here's Watson. The story of rebound. Now a look at the league's best players on the boards. Nikola Vucevic, fourth.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
And the first one drops. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Mirotic. Both good from Watson. Chicago leading. Here's the great one.
Move the ball. Stick it to
A
him.
minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And the layup's good off the glass.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Watson dishes to Vucevic, passes it to Hazanya, picked by Vucevic, and they call an illegal screen here.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Nikola Vucevic, 4th in rebounding, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespass when he's in the lane.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. I mean, you really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there.
Here's the great one. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And very little put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to sending that one.
It's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
James bucket.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
And typically he has the touch to when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And that one's good. And it's now only a 1-point Chicago lead.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down, difficult for them to defend.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Vucevic with the bucket.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
There's the great one. He did the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of his huddle. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through the great one. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A scoring burden will fall on him. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Here's the great one. He's got 10.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
It falls 6 times in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
The plan is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Gasol with the steal. Here's Dunleavy. And it's Orlando with the and going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. Face off 4 times this year.
And you know, Greg, both would love to get the upper hand early. It is psychological as much as anything. I mean, a win here provides that edge you're looking for.
And here are the Bulls now. The Magic getting the bucket. Here's the great one. He's got 12. Clock is at 3. We've got 1:28 left in the second quarter. Fournier, that's for 2. The rebound by the great one. The Bulls leading by 3. Rose passes to the great one. From 13, no good off the back.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
Fournier for 3. That's good. Assist goes to Watson. Fournier's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
There's 47 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Orlando's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Watson kicks to Harris. Inside, here's Gordon. Plays it up, and the Magic lead by 2.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first.
And that is in there from the Great One. The Great One's got 14 points for the game. Orlando's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Here by Dunleavy, and is on to go.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Outside Rose, pass to the Great One. Played in with a nice touch. He's got 16.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Pow, tell us what have been the key aspects to how this team is playing so far through the quarters.
I just had to be aggressive from the beginning, take the shots that were there, move the ball, we're being unselfish. We were defending better in the first quarter, and we were able to knock down the shots.
Pow, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
All right, guys, I want to go over some things before we get back out there. Obviously, we've shot the lights out, and that's not been by accident. You guys have done a heck of a job finding good looks every time down. Keep to get those high percentage shots. One place we've had success was in the low post on offense. Great positioning. Good job finding the open passing lanes and getting the ball in tight. We know we're up against a tough team tonight. Let's show them we're just as tough.
In the last half of the game, you look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to attack the rim in that first half, defenders are going to need to start balls and being if they want to have any chance to stop him.
Now, come on, that's much easier said than done when he's a penetrator. I mean, his speed and agility make him extremely tough to
Orlando's gone 3 of 6 and they've let it fly from downtown. Butler team to Dunleavy perimeter. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. And it's Rose in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Here's Rose following the bucket by Orlando. From down low. Good D by Payton.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Oladipo, good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Gasol. Down low, it's tipped. Harris. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Magic have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Outside Rose.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Takes the 13-footer. It's deflected. Clock at 4. And out of bounds is the Magic. Gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Mirotic is checked in for the Bulls. Bellinelli comes in for Mike Dunleavy. The Magic leading by 3. Harris with it. Now guarded by Mirotic. Mirotic against Harris. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Vucevic. Harris against Mirotic. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got 5 points so far.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Rose attacking, and he jams it with authority.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Here's Rose. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic, three-pointer, Butler. Orlando grabs the miss. Gordon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. On its way from Oladipo for 2. And the shot no good, a bit short.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Rose against Oladipo. And it's Rose penetrating. There's the bucket, good. Rose has got his 3rd basket of the night.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Here's Harris. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Kicks it to Butler. To tie. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Of all the guys to leave open out on the perimeter, last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Now here's Oladipo. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. It's Chicago with another bucket.
I love his shot selection today. He set the
pick by Vucevic. Payton drives in. Gordon dishes to Harris. Another miss by Orlando.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at him.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Bellinelli gets the bucket.
Boy, they've gone on this run and ball movement.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Payton. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
That's good from Oladipo. Chicago making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Noah. And Tony Snell subbed in for Bellinelli. Then for the Magic, James checked in for Gordon. Hezonja comes in for Tobias Harris. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Elfrid Payton. There's a minute 34 left in the third. Oladipo outside. Just 5 to shoot. Vucevic with the bucket.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with.
Well, Chicago has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Mirotic against James. They find Jay on the way. Mirotic gets the bucket. Mirotic has got his first points of the night. Oladipo against Rose. Oladipo, the pass to Vucevic. Again, the Magic score.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And Mirotic has it in the corner. Here's the screen. 41 seconds left to play in the third. Fournier pulls it down.
And this is why you need good defenders to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Now here's Vucevic. 12 points for him. And it's all evened up. Vucevic has got 8 points in the quarter.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Oladipo against Rose. By Portis. And the Bulls lead by 2.
And he's been the catalyst game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game and both teams putting up points in a hurry. It's Chicago. They lead by 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Chicago's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Harris at the 4. Out there with Elfrid Payton, and it's Hezonja in at the 3. Now here's Gasol. 4 on the shot clock. Turnaround Jay. The rebound by Hezonja.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him.
Payton, good.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are way up, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Chicago making a switch here. Noah's checked in. And a switch here also for Orlando. Gordon's checked in for Hezonja. Good on both.
Probably as close as you can have at the free throw line.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Gordon against Gasol. Gordon kicks to Payton. It's stolen by Dunleavy. 4-on-3 break. Bellinelli dishes to Snell. Pass to Dunleavy to the left side wing. Here's Bellinelli, covered by Payton. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But it's going to count.
Here's Payton. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it.
That's the wall.
It's hauled in by Noah. The Bulls leading by 4. There's the dish to Snell. Lets the 3 fly. 3 for Chicago.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
And here are the Bulls now after Aaron Gordon was able to get the triple. There's the pick. Dunleavy kicks to Snell. Comes up empty off the pick.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Here's Dunleavy. There's the triple. Snell, no good.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Now here's Payton. Fournier in the corner. Now Payton, 6 on the shot clock. The wide open look here for Vucevic. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
That coverage is just too weak. I mean, heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you a game.
Noah the screen. And Bellinelli kicks to Dunleavy. Hits the jumper in space.
And that's what they have to do more of. They got a great look out of that possession.
The Magic trail by 4. Payton outside. He kicks it to Fournier. Feeds to Harris. Dishes to Fournier. There's a good screen. And the pass to Vucevic. Over Gasol. And Vucevic again. Got 12 points in just the second half. Snell kicks to Dunleavy. Here's Snell, covered by Payton. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Here's Bellinelli. He feeds it to Gasol. For 3, Dunleavy. Good. 5 points in the quarter.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable of these teams. And it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Here's Bellinelli. Noah the screen. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And it's a 7-point Chicago lead. Payton outside. Here's Gordon. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Almost automatic when he can get the basketball that close to the basket.
Well, defense has to be played earlier in that situation. You've got to fight to not allow him to get that position in the first place.
Here's Bellinelli. Noah, the pass to Snell. From 13, it's Chicago with another bucket. Orlando's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% ball here. Passes to Vucevic. Can't get it to go. Great defense that time from Noah. Here's Snell. He dishes it to Dunleavy. Dunleavy kicks to Gasol. Again, Chicago.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious kill shown, finishing strong.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Dayton dishes to Vucevic. Shoots from 12. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's Snell.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Chicago winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Nice win for you tonight, Joakim. What was the attitude of the team coming into this game and just in general?
Yeah, we played hard tonight. We're getting better. We just got to keep going. You know, it's a work in progress. And, you know, we just got to keep fighting. Get as many W's as possible.
Congratulations, Joakim. We appreciate it. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports Game Show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was in making sure they had a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
Boy, how many times are we going to see Pau Gasol come out and control a basketball? This guy who for years has been the mastermind of the low post game. Points, rebounds, assists. You're going to get it all from Pau Gasol on the block.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
The love of my life. All right, y'all.